Hi guys, I'm back for another video. Today's topic is going to be industry standards or the requirements for female models in the industry. So we'll start off with the measurements. The typical model or the average model in this industry is a 34-inch bust, a 24-inch waist, and a 34-inch hip. Now, those measurements are pretty standard across the board. Like if you go onto models.com or any agency's websites and kind of look at the girls' measurements, usually the girls will fall within those measurements, give or take an inch. So those are your typical measurements. Now, these measurements aren't healthy for all body types, because if you're a curvier girl, you're definitely going to be a little bit bigger, but know that these measurements are not healthy for all body types, okay? Next, we'll move on to like the size requirement. Most girls fall between a size 0 and a size 4, and that's because those are the sizes that designers make their sample sizes in. So typically you would want to be a size 0, 2, or 4, so you're able to fit sample sizes that the designers make, and that's really important. Next, we move on to the height requirement. I get a lot of questions and a lot of girls asking me, is it okay to lie about your height? What if you are half an inch shorter? Well, just be honest with how tall you are when you go into these castings. If they want you and they love your look, they're going to sign you regardless of how tall you are. Well, maybe, because there's such thing as being way too short and there's such thing as being way too tall. So let's just hope that with the look that you have, if you don't meet these requirements, that they still sign you. The height requirement starts at 5'9", so 5'9" being the shortest and 5'11" being the tallest. And you want to fall somewhere in between those requirements, because if you're too short, the clothes are going to be too long on you, and if you're too tall, the clothes are going to be too short. So the designers want the clothes to fit just right. So you want to make sure you fall in between those height requirements. I think that's about it for the typical standards, but there are so many more markets out there. For example, the plus size market is huge right now, so there are a lot of girls getting into that, as well as fitness modeling. And fitness modeling is geared more towards girls who have more of a muscular type of build, like for example, myself, I'm pretty muscular. I do typical modeling, so runway, print, all that good stuff, but I'm moving into fitness, so this should be really exciting and a new market for me, and I'll kind of keep you guys posted on that. And there's also commercial and acting, so not all agencies have that division, but a lot of them do, and sometimes they'll sign you if you're under the height requirement. So definitely check out those different opportunities if you don't meet the typical standards. As I said in the beginning of this video, the typical model measurements are not healthy for all body types, so make sure you're not going out there and doing anything extreme, because you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you do in a healthy way. Like if an agency tells you that you have to come down an inch or two, make sure that you do it in a very, very healthy way. I've been in that situation, and I made sure, I changed my diet, I started working out more, and I was able to meet the goal. So it can be done in a healthy way, so just make sure you go about doing it that way and do what's right for your body. That's always important. I think that's it. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section or send me a private message. Next time, I don't know what we're going to talk about next time. I have so many topics I want to talk about, so I don't know if I'm going to go off of this topic where I go over how to take measurements, or if I want to do something totally different, like what to expect out of casting. So I'm going to think about that, and I'll get back to you guys. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to start doing videos on casting, so when I go to these casting calls, I'm going to start recording and start documenting some of that, so you guys can kind of see what I do when I go see my agent and go in and do, new Polaroids or update my pictures with my agent. I'm going to start taking footage of that, so that should be kind of fun, so you guys can kind of see what I do. Even my long drives when I go up to castings as well, which can be kind of boring, but there might be some funny stuff in there, so I'll definitely throw that in there as well. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye!